Hello friends, it's Saturday the 9th of July and I'm just gonna give you an overview of the garden. I did get the winter squash transplanted over here. I've got a couple of interesting things here for us to look at. I did get the strawberries transplanted. I got this all weeded and it's ready for the peppers, which I was going to get done today, but I haven't yet. Here are the tomatoes. We'll look at those and see how they're growing. And pretty much everything else is the way it was. It's still very weedy. We can look at it. There's the parsnips still going to seed. Okay, let me get down from this ladder. So before I go over anything else, let's just go through the container garden first. This is okra, Okinawa pink, dwarf long green pod, and Alice Elliott. Sunstripe zucchini. There's Table King acorn squash. This is just parsnips. There's a few parsnips in here, but there's also another sunstripe right there. Table King acorn squash. Table Queen acorn squash. Green bush cute zucchini. Green bush zucchini. Table Queen. And Summer Pack. That is a yellow crookneck. And then I have strawberries here with a black-eyed Susan that came up. There's also a little bit of salvia in here. It's already bloomed. I need to cut those flowers back, I guess. I also have a sunflower that has come up in between the concrete. I don't know how that's going to work. Then the next section is potatoes. And I put my potatoes in grow bags this year. And they're all doing very well. I have Viking, and I have Tokia, and I have Banana. Over there, some more Viking, Banana, probably more Banana. I've got the labels in there. It's just that I can't see them from here. Oh, this is Norland. You look down in there, there's a tag. Where is it? Right over there. Anyway, you can't see it really very well, but it's Norland. Another Norland. I think this is Norland. Norland. And this is Duke. Oh gosh. Grand Duke. Grand Duke. And this Grand Duke is just barely coming up there, you can see. Anyway, these pots right here, I'm going to be putting tomatoes in, like dwarf tomatoes and stuff like that. So here's the winter squash. They seem to be doing well. I have a tomatillo plant that came up in the middle of the weeds, and so I just potted it up there. I'm not sure where or when or if I'm going to get it planted, but the winter squash is doing very well. Some of it's doing amazing. Here's more winter squash, and then you'll notice there's something else in here. Let's focus on that in a moment. Here's the rest of the winter squash. So check these plants out. This is some sort of a Brassica. it came up as a volunteer, and there's like 4 of them in this bed. Let me get the wire off. So they're doing great, and I've tasted the leaves, and the leaves are not bitter or anything. They kind of remind me of bok choy, but I don't even remember growing any bok choy. Here it is from a different angle. The leaves are tender, and right now there doesn't seem to be any aphids to speak of. Usually they get aphids, but look, I spoke too soon. Look, there's some few aphids right there at the end of that leaf. Underneath, always have to check. Look, there's some more right there. Nasty things, horrible things. There's some more right there. So yeah, it looks like bok choy in a way, but tell me what you think. Tell me what you think that is, because I have not grown bok choy. I've grown kale, and at first when I saw these seeds that had germinated, I thought, oh, it looks like some kale plants germinated, but I don't remember growing any kale that looked like that. This is my comfrey, and as you can see, it's pretty much collapsed in the heat. So it's time to trim it all down and make some fertilizer, and I'll be doing that this week. This is one of the pepper beds that I weeded, and as you can see, there's still weeds coming up. That right there is a Brassica. Kind of looks like that other one over there. But yeah, got weeds coming up. I'm gonna have to get those out. And here are the strawberries that I transplanted, and as you can see, some are doing well and some are not doing so well. You know, I chose to plant them in the absolute hottest part of July, I guess. So, hottest part of the year, so it's to be expected that they're not going to do that great. I wasn't really expecting any berries this year anyway. So, as you can see, I still have some weeds in here. That stuff right there, that's Canada Thistle, also known as, I guess, creeping thistle in the UK. Nasty stuff, horrible stuff. I hate it. There's more of a weeded bed for the peppers. Here's more strawberries struggling. And then here's these strawberries that are struggling as well, but not too bad, I guess. Here's a weeded bed. Well, there's a parsnip there. I left a few of the parsnips. I figured they're not gonna hurt the peppers for a while, and you know, maybe I could pull them and get something to eat, right? So if you remember, the strawberry or the tomato plants fell over into this bed, and you can see, look at all these tomatoes coming up, little baby tomatoes. I guess when the tomato cage fell over, you know, a bunch of the old tomatoes fell off and they just laid there and rotted. So I have a lot of volunteer tomatoes, but they probably don't have enough time when they're that small to make a crop. All right, well, let's go over the actual tomato plants. Here are my tomato plants. seem to be doing well. I left some of the parsnips in here as well, just to, you know, get part of a crop before the tomatoes got too big. So it looks like the tomatoes have, for the most part, the tomatoes have recovered from their transplant, and they seem to be thriving. They seem to be growing well. One good thing about the heat, it does make them grow. So that's a good thing. The sprinkler is on. There we go. Tomato, tomato, tomato. That one died. I need to replace it. Tomato, tomato. And as you can see over there, those are kale plants. I know that. Those are kale. And I transplanted those. They had come up as volunteers in my garden. And so yeah, I transplanted them over here. I'm thinking that they will do okay because they're going to be in the shade of the tomato. When the tomato grows up here in the cage, it will shade these kale plants. But I'm glad the sprinkler is on because they look a little bit water stressed, so they need some water. So here's the parsley, carrot, and parsnip going to seed beds. They all belong to the same family, Umbelliferae, so they all have a similar shape of flower. Did I just see? I thought I saw a, yeah, I did. Check that. There's a ladybird. Yay! He flew away. He or she flew away. Anyway, I could use their help getting those aphids. So this in here is the parsley and the carrots. You could see this is the parsley flower and this is the carrot flower. You can follow the flower stalks down to the bottom of the plant and see the leaves, and then you recognize the leaf. And this over here is the parsnips. They're, you know, taller than me. And these are almost ready, these seeds right here. So I'm going to be collecting seeds. The rhubarb seed has almost gone by. I haven't collected any of it yet, so that's bad for me. I could come out here and get these few seeds that are hanging on this one, and that one is still has plenty of seeds to harvest. Here's an update on my tower garden. This is the green stalk, and there are my cucumber plants. They seem to be doing very well. This one was the one that had peas in it. I took those peas out and I planted some charred seedlings that I had. They're kind of, some of them are doing okay, some of them are recovering, and some of them are not. Like that one there looks, well, oh, it's got a little tiny green leaf right there. Don't really know if it'll make it. That one really doesn't look good at all. So anyway, we'll see how they do. Then this one right here is a new one, and I have sown the seeds for Tanya's purple potted bush beans, or pink potted bush beans. Right here, I did that on the 7th of July. So I'm just waiting to see those come up. I did germinate them in a plastic bag. So they already had, you know, some root growth. And as a matter of fact, look right there. Oh my goodness. That looks like, it could be coming up. I don't know. What about that one there? Maybe. Maybe. So we'll see. We'll see. Then this one is empty. I just filled it up. I'm thinking of putting some of my dwarf tomatoes in here. Or maybe peppers. I just haven't decided. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll give you a parting shot of the showy milkweed. This is considered a weed. People generally don't have it in their flower borders, but it's a great pollinator plant. Look at the honeybees just going crazy over it. And sometimes we actually see butterflies in here, which is awesome. Okay, bye for now. See you next time.